Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Crack It with CK. Today we are covering a topic on English grammar, so let us straight dive in. Okay, there are certain rules, or maybe you can call it some tricks that you should remember while doing active and passive voice. So let us see what we have. Initially, what I'm going to do is I will explain you the rule and I will give you examples of how to apply that rule, and then we can do some worksheets together. Okay, so let's get started. Rule number one, for changing the voice of a sentence, three things are required. One is the subject, verb, and object. Okay, so let us look at these examples. In each example, I want you to point out one subject, verb, and the object. The little girl broke the doll. The little girl broke the doll. So who is the subject? The little girl. The verb is broke, and the doll is the object. So for converting active to passive voice, most of the times, what you need to do? You have to stop at the verb of the sentence, the first verb of the sentence. You just have to stop. The little girl broke. The little girl broke what? If you get an answer to what or whom, remember this, what or whom, then you can convert it into passive voice. All sentences cannot be converted into active and passive voice. Okay, you need to have these three things in it. The little girl broke the doll. The next one, the naughty boy tore some pages of this book. The naughty boy tore what? He tore some pages of the book. So this is subject, tore is the verb, and object is some pages of the book. Now the object need not necessarily be a non-living thing just because we call it object. Okay, sometimes it can be a pronoun also. I will give you an example of that also. The next one, Anna bakes cakes. Anna, subject, bakes is the verb. She bakes what? Cakes. So this is the object, subject, and the verb. I told her to study from the textbook. I told, very important. Now over here you don't have to say just because textbook looks like an object, so that is the object. No. I is the subject. Told is the first verb. I told whom? I told her. So this is our object, guys, and not the textbook. I want you to know that much. And also you'll say that, okay, study is also here. That is another verb, but which is our first verb? We are concerned only with the very first verb that follows the subject. I told. Told becomes our first verb. Rule number two, do not change the tense of the sentence when you are changing it from active to passive voice. For example, the little girl broke the doll. I'm taking the same examples, but now I will tell you how to change from active to passive. The little girl broke the doll. The little girl is the subject. Broke is the verb. The doll is the object. Okay, now I will tell you the trick how to make a sentence passive. The little girl broke what? She broke the doll. Okay. The doll was broken by the little girl. Now, what do I mean by saying do not change the tense of the verb? Broke is past. If you all don't know what simple past, simple present is, please check out the tenses video, because it is very important to know what I will be talking about, continuous and perfect, because all that I have done in that video. Okay. The little girl broke the doll. The doll was broken by the little girl, because broke is past. We will write the doll was broken. The naughty boy tore some pages of this book. Okay. The naughty boy tore what? Some pages of the book. Some pages of this book were torn by the naughty boy. Anna bakes cakes. Bakes is present tense. If it was past, it would have been baked. So now, cakes are, not were, present tense. Cakes are baked by Anna. The student, this should have been small. The student will do the project. The project will be done by the student. We will do more examples. You will get a hang of this, guys. Rule number three. If the active voice is in the perfect tense. Okay, now what is a perfect tense? I have told you in tenses. If you have the word has, had, or have, I call them the H words. Had, has, have. In a sentence, it is a perfect sentence. Okay, perfect tense sentence. So if it is there in the active voice, then it has to be there in the passive voice. If it is there in passive, it has to be there in active, depending. I mean, one of the H words has to be there. It depends on what pronoun or noun it follows. I'll show you what it means. He has made many mistakes. Again, here we will have the subject, verb, and object. He, subject, has made, okay, verb. What has he made? Many mistakes. So he has made what? Many mistakes. Now to make it passive, we start from the object. Many mistakes have been made by him. So if you write here, many mistakes were made by him, then it becomes incorrect. Because if there is has here, one of the three words, see these three, it has to be there in the passive voice. Has, had, or have. In this case, mistakes. So we will have many mistakes have been made by him. They have made a sample piece. Okay. They is the subject. Have made is the verb. A sample piece. Pick out the verb after verb. What is that? A sample piece has been made by them. Now why has instead of have? Because sample piece is a single thing, right? How can you write have for single? A sample piece has been made by them. Okay, now the next one. I have told him to. Okay, now. I have told him to tell the truth. Subject, have told. I mean, this is a perfect tense, have told him. So as soon as you pick up the verb, after that we can ask the questions what or whom. If you get the answer to it, here, I have told whom, I have told him. So we begin from here. He has been told to tell the truth by me. Perfect, that is, okay. He has been told. So can you write here, he was told to tell the truth by me? Of course, that is a brilliant, I mean, correct sentence in its own way, that he was told. But here, because have is there, one of these words has to be there in the passive also. So he has been told to tell the truth by me. Some people also avoid writing by me and all that because it is too obvious. But I would suggest you write by me because this is a very important indication that it is a passive sentence. Rule number 4. If the main verb of the active voice, main means the one which immediately follows the subject, is in the continuous tense, then the passive voice has to have the word being. Okay, I'll tell you what this means. What is continuous tense, guys? If the verb has ing, the first verb, they are cooking dinner. Cooking is a continuous tense. It is, okay, present continuous in this case. They are cooking what? Dinner. Dinner is being cooked by them. That will be the answer. I'm going to do a worksheet with you guys, okay? So if there is any confusion, you can write in the comment if you haven't understood a particular rule. I will give you more examples and you can get very good at this topic. The man was painting the wall. Subject, was painting, verb, continuous verb. What was he painting? The wall. The man was painting what? The wall. The wall was being painted by the man. Next one. I am examining the paper. The paper is being examined by me. So see, when you're putting being, what is happening? This ing is already coming here. So here you don't have to again write examining, obviously. So the paper is being examined by me. Try the next one, come on. They are putting up an event. Okay. Subject, verb, continuous tense. Event is the object. An event is being put up. Is being put up by them. Is the passive voice. So what are you observing, guys? That whenever we are making passive, the words like you should be, now when I'm going to see in the exercise, I will be asking you identify whether it is an active or passive voice on number 1. And then change it accordingly. Like if it is passive, you have to make it active. If it is active, you have to make it passive. So what are the certain hints which works most of the time? If the word has he was punished by her, so was and by, this combination is very good to know that it is a passive voice. Not all the time, it depends on how it is placed in the sentence. So if you just say she just went by, not those kind of sentences. She was hit by him. The Student was punished by the teacher. This kind of was by combination I'm talking about. If this is there, then it becomes passive. Which other one? Okay, if the word been is there, because in perfect sentence what happens? He has done the work has been done by him. And being, these are the trick words which you can immediately spot and say that okay, this is passive. In most cases, it's not that these are the only things that you have to look at, but here this is a good hint, I think. Rule number 5. If the active voice is an imperative sentence, when then the passive voice either begins with the word let. Okay, what is imperative, guys? Imperative guys, I'm saying. Imperative sentences are those which begin with the verb only. Like it can either be an order or a request. What else can it be? Maybe a suggestion. How will you know that it is imperative? The very first word itself will be a verb. There will be no subject. Like open the door. It's like an order. Either an order or maybe it depends on the tone. So let the door be opened is the passive of it. So you have to remember this is a very important one which most schools give. Begin with the word let. Stop the car. Now this sounds like an order. So it all depends on, even if you say that you are requested to stop the car, you are ordered to stop the car. So it depends on the tone, which we obviously will not know by just looking at what is written in the sentence. So you can write anything. Stop the car. You are ordered to stop the car. Please have a seat. Now this is definitely not an order because please is like somebody is requesting you to take a seat. You are requested to take a seat becomes the passive of this. Okay, so now see, in this kind of sentences there is not like a subject, verb, object. It's not there. Just open the door, subject is not there. Stop the car, subject is not there. We just have the verb and the object. Have a seat. Obviously you're telling this to somebody, so you are requested to have a seat. Okay, so now we have an exercise which I'm going to do along with you. Please don't mind my handwriting because I will try to be a little fast and not waste too much of your time. Okay, so the rules, I hope the rules are okay with you. The dog chased the boy. Chased is what? Simple past. But the dog chased whom? The little boy. So the little boy was chased by the dog. She had completed the project. Had word is there. So what is the rule for had? One of the H word has to be in your passive voice. Oh, 1 minute. Firstly, we have to identify the voice and then change. The dog chased the little boy. This is active. And then we made this passive by adding was and by. See the important words. She had completed the project. The project. Can we write the project was completed by her? No. The project, the one of the H word has to be there in the passive voice. This is active. The project had been completed by her. I'm not writing the full sentence. The peon rings the bell. Okay, the peon rings the bell. This is an active sentence. We make it passive. Now this is present, so do not change the tense. The bell is, we make it, keep it present. Is, the bell is rung by the peon. Hockey was played by Raj. Okay, now is this passive or active, guys? Was and by. This is a passive sentence. We have to make this active. Hockey was played by Raj. Raj. Can I write Raj was playing? No. Raj was playing because we don't have that combination of ing and being here. Raj played straight away. Hockey. Miss Mary is teaching us English. Is teaching. What is the rule for is teaching, guys? Okay, you know you can write the sentence in two ways. I'll give you both the ways. We are being taught English by Miss Mary. Or English is being taught to us. It's a little tough, my guys. It's okay. By Miss Mary. Children like sweets. Come on, which tense? Is it perfect? Is it continuous? Or is it simple? Okay, there is no H word, so it is not perfect. There is no ing to the verb. It is not continuous. It is only like. It is not even liked or will like. So this is simple present. Children like sweet. Simple present is in the active voice. Make it passive. Sweets, do not change the tense. Are liked by children. Sweets are liked by children. Rita will take a photograph. Will take, simple future. A photograph, don't change the tense. Will be taken, because you have to keep it future, by Rita. Who taught you this poem? It is a question. Now one more thing. If the active voice is a question form, your passive also should remain in a question form. Let us see how we can do that. Who taught you this poem? Okay, one more hint. Whenever the active voice begins with who, you should try and begin your passive voice with by whom. Then it becomes very easy. So this is active voice. By whom. Is it past? Taught is past. Okay. By whom were you taught this poem? Next one, stop the car. This is an imperative sentence which begins with the verb and doesn't have a subject. What to do for this? Do you remember? This is an active. Let the car be stopped. Okay, now let the car be stopped. I'm finding it quite weird. So we will use, as if this is an order. You are ordered to stop the car. No room for mistake. Next one. Sherry was cutting an apple. He was cutting an apple. This is an active voice because there is no was by. Okay, there is was, but obviously this is like the past continuous was. Okay. Now how to make it passive? If it is ing, we need to have the word being in the passive voice. An apple was being cut by Sherry. How do you know we made it passive? See, was and by. The hunter shot the deer. Okay, simple past. The deer was shot by the hunter. The lion was chasing the zebra. No, I'm not telling you. Come on, you tell me. Okay, I'm telling you. Who else will tell you? The lion was chasing. This is active. Okay, tell me the answer to this, guys. The zebra was being chased by the lion. Next one. The ball was thrown by Sam. Is it active or passive? Passive, yes, it is passive. Now make it active. The ball was thrown by Sam. Sam threw the ball. Because it was, you have to use the past tense of throw. Sam threw the ball. Zara is loved by everyone. Is present. And although this is loved, because if you're making passive, you need to make the past of the verb love, you know. So she is loved by everyone. So everyone loves. Why loves and not loved? Because it is present. Everyone loves Zara. This is passive. The wounded woman is being helped by the people. Is being helped. So this is passive. The wounded woman is being helped by the people. The people, mind the tense. Is being helped means it is present. The people are helping the wounded woman. The medicines had been taken by Sam. Been is there and by is there, so this is passive. The medicines had been taken by Sam. Sam took the medicines? No. Why you can't straight away write took? There is had here. Sam had taken the medicines. So instead of had, when you put had been, this active voice becomes passive voice, which I told you in the rule. Now, one thing I want to ask you is, if at all the rules are becoming a bit too much for you, you please ask me in the comment whether you want me to do one proper exercise following one particular rule. Okay, I can do that for you. The player is not following the rules. Is present ing continuous. Present continuous active. How to make this passive? The rules are not being followed by the player. Next one. Our papers have been corrected by the teacher. Have been is there, so this is passive. The B word like B-E-I-N-G and B-E-E-N. B-E-E-N is like you have to use it with the H words. And B-E-I-N-G is when you don't have H words. Okay. Our papers have been corrected by the teacher. The teacher have been, so it is present, has corrected our papers. His wallet has been stolen. Okay, this is a good one, guys. His wallet has been stolen, but we don't know who stole it. So you can write anything. She has stolen or he has stolen. Important one, comes in most tests. His wallet has been stolen. This is passive. Someone stole his wallet or someone has stolen his wallet. Someone has, because there is has in this, one of the three words have to be there in this. Someone has stolen his wallet. The last one, I guess. The stranger was staring at the boy. Creepy. Okay, the stranger was staring at the boy. This is past continuous active. The boy was being, because it is ing, the boy was being stared. Now see, don't write the boy was being stared by the stranger. It doesn't sound correct. I mean, it is not correct. The boy was being stared at by the stranger. How can we write at and by together? You can write. The last one is a good one, guys. The boy was being stared at by the stranger. Okay, I'll give you more revision on this topic, but you have to let me know whether you have understood this or whether you want me to do one more exercise explaining all the rules separately. Okay, that's all for today, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.